Yo boys, back with another video, and today we're gonna be doing the good old-fashioned Mage. And funny thing is, this was actually my first game back, like my first game all today, and it was an absolute banger. There's some nice plays in here. I think there's one rank one in this lobby. It was a rank one healer, and then there's one like gladiator or so. I don't know if there's sound in this video because my sound might have been off, but possibly, maybe, who cares? Honestly, I'll fix it for tomorrow's video, whatever. But yeah, it looks like there's some. So pretty much, yeah, this is my first game. I just got back and I was gonna play on my rogue, so I played some sub rogue last night at like 7 a.m. and I was getting insanely like 7 minute queues or almost instant queues, and I went from 2100 to 23 like 40 in like 2 games. It was absolutely, or probably like 3 games, and yeah, it was pretty. I don't know. These solo shuffles have been pretty nice, and this one right here. It kind of sucks that these guys are 2400 and then they're forced to play with like a 2100 DPS. So it's like imagine trying to go for your rank 1 and this happens to DPS too where you'll be 2400 DPS and you'll be forced with a 1900 healer. It's happened to plenty of people, so it's not like it's just healers, but I'd assume it's way more aggravating as a healer. But there's only so much you can do about it. I mean, the game is dead, so you can't really expect it. I'm running Kleptomania like the entire time, and I was too lazy to even fix it, so I just decided not to fix it. So here, um, we're killing the totems here. We're going in. Now, anytime you want to kick somebody, you kind of just have to preemptively sit there and just wait it out. I think I kicked this guy one time this game, or a couple times maybe, possibly. I don't know. I mean, they fake cast a lot of my kicks actually. And honestly, when you're getting double trained by 2 melees, it is not fun. But having knock is really nice to have. So we end up getting wall, I end up getting kicked. And the good thing about ring is it doesn't matter if you land it or not. And the reason is because of knock. That's why knock is really good on this map. Not only to knock DPS off, but to hit them into the. Because for some reason, when you knock them, they don't take damage. So you can actually knock them into the ring, and it won't break. So this guy ends up kicking me without me even having to cast. I end up getting a full sheep, which was really nice. So that precog actually allowed me to get a full sheep. I try to get another one. Let's see. Yep, we get a re-sheep. I knock him off again. I'm pretty much just using my orbs the moment they're both stacked. I'm pretty much just using them. That's gonna be like my top damage versus double melee. Honestly, you should probably be just clicking as much as possible, to be honest, because it's like you're not going to be able to cast unless you get precog like right now. So here I get another sheep. So, those precog sheeps end up almost winning us. Or actually, yeah, we end up winning the game off that sheep, that precog sheep, and that's where those sheeps can come in handy. But yeah, there are some really nice plays in here, and I was gonna upload the sub rogue, but I decided just to. It was pretty good games. Like this was not only my first game played today, but I ended up logging on, and before my even graphics were even ready to be loaded in yet, I already got a queue. So I got an instant queue, and we ended up going like 5-1 this lobby. And yeah, it kind of feels bad for the shaman and the healer because you can only imagine how much rating they'd have to gain back if they ended up. Oh, I can only imagine. That's why I don't really play competitively. I kind of just chill, and if I gain, I mean usually I don't have to try anymore to like get whatever I want to get, unless it's like rank 1 obviously. But otherwise, if I actually just like play the game, it's pretty simple. So I don't really push like I used to, or at least at the moment. Maybe that'll change later on, but I mean until they fix stuff, probably not. We'll see though. I mean, regardless, it's good enough. So here I try to get the ring off the thing here. I couldn't get it. As you can see, with double melee on you, you can't even know what's going on in the game. You pretty much cannot cast unless you have precog. And this is a really bad map. This is a good map for me, but also a bad map. So here I try to alt tab kick, and he actually got me. This is why if you want to kick somebody, you kind of have to do it some like a sketchy way. Like they'll think you have a kick bot because of how long you're waiting. So like you legit have to, if you have kick up, you legit just sit there and wait for him to cast. So like right there would be like a good kick opportunity. But I end up getting a sheep instead. We end up getting trinket, and then I sheep again. So we end up getting a sheep, trinket, stun, sheep. So now we've already gotten trinket. So one of the most valuable cooldowns is now over, and I end up altering back here, and my shaman ends up dying, which kind of sucks. But You know, it is what it is. He is playing a shaman versus a priest, which he should never. I mean, shaman in general shouldn't be really much. It's a really hard class because like once dampening comes in, you just can't heal. So yeah, these both are they're both the healers are 2400 and we're all like 2100. And you know, that's where that gate of pushing is just absolutely annoying. Like I would rather wait an hour in a queue getting people my rating than to do that where you're waiting 20 minutes or 25 minutes to get even as a healer, even an instant queue just to get somebody that's 300 CR below you that's not even like on a win streak or anything. They just that's how it is. And on top of that, you don't even get a bonus for playing versus people. You actually lose out on getting rating because you're playing with people so low. So the game actually punishes you even though you can't control it. So he ends up fake casting, or actually I ended up just blatantly kicking afterwards. Here I'm trying to cast, getting my Ring of Fire, because like that can be one of your top damages if, you know, as you can see, look at the damage it's racking up there. That's just from Ring of Fire alone. I haven't even casted it. I end up blocking here. My guy ends up triggering. I probably could have saved, but oh well. I have still yet to be able to cast my burst, so this is me just trying to just run. I'm just running and trying to kite. It doesn't really matter if grounding is on, because your burst doesn't rely on you actually getting it on the certain. Like I ended up using my big burst into the totem, but I still get the benefit for myself, so it's like it's worth. I end up knocking the warrior off the kingdom come. He ends up just leaping back up. I end up trying to DB sheep. So here my fate, or actually we ended up getting a full sheep on top of the this area, even though the DB was DR'd. We end up getting trying to cast Ring of Fire here. As you can see, we're just those orbs. You just want to be. You never want to have an orb when you're facing double melee. You just don't. And the reason is because they do a lot. It does a lot of damage. So here I end up almost dying. Thankfully, at my altar, I just now altered, or I think I altered at like 70 or something. Yeah, I ended up self-healing myself a lot this game, like this whole entire game. I ended up trying to ring him here. I ring and then I knock him into the ring. So there you go. There you go, perfect. We end up getting a trinket from that. So that's what I mean by those knocks like that can just be so valuable and, you know, help out the team. So here I have my kick. So let's see what happens. If you're gonna kick and you don't have like a specific keybind to target certain people, I think my healer almost ends up dying here. I think did we lose this one? I'm pretty sure we win by like a hair. So I know he's gonna fake cast, so I'm not even gonna bother. He ends up fake casting me anyway. So he ends up actually getting it regardless. I'm so close to dying, I don't know how I'm even alive right now. I'm just trying to live. I need to get topped off before I can use an altar or my temp. So I end up using AoE shields. I'm trying to live, so this is where I can now use my temp and then altar. So I tempt. Now I can alter, but I should have instantly altered, honestly, but he ends up dying because I get a full sheep. And that's all it takes. You can get that one sheep at high damp and he's not able to recover. So another free ash dub. I mean, it was a close game. If he wouldn't have got sheep there, they definitely would have most likely won. But yeah, the problem with shot. I mean, honestly, the problem with solo shuffle is it all comes down to dampening. If you get CC'd long enough, it doesn't even matter if you have to have unlimited CDs to heal people at a certain amount of damp, especially as a shaman. Like, I mean, dampening is like a shaman's worst nightmare. Like after it's like 45% plus damp, shamans they don't have like it's not like season 1 Dragonflight healing where they could just top you off with like spamming riptides and their totems now. It's kind of like I'm not really sure how it works, but I end up sheeping them on top of the banner, which probably was not the best idea, honestly. I figured it would be dead by the time I get the cast. And I didn't notice I had PI maybe at the time because it cast that was an insanely fast sheep. It's probably because I had precog and I had PI at the same time, so it was like, you know, it was casted quick. So here I try resetting. I end up blinking and I don't even know what's happening in half these games. I'm not gonna lie. Like as a first game, you know when you have cold hands, I didn't want to play on my rogue until I got, you know, warmed up. But I ended up just going insane on this lobby and ended up going 5-1. So I was like, okay, well, I might as well just make a video on it before I, you know, so I don't have to do it at 7 o'clock tonight. But, so, here I'm trying to sheep. I'm going to fake cast him, fake cast his sheep, or his kick. And I end up breaking it, which was probably questionable on my part. even though they were all stacked and it was a good time to use it, it was not because he was cheap, obviously. So here I'm gonna alter. Hopefully, I might actually just not use it. Yeah, now I alter was probably too late, honestly. Again, yeah, that was a bad play by my port. I should have instantly altered, even though my healer wasn't CC'd. Um, you know. So here, I mean, we're out of CDs. Now, I do have blocks, so I'm not going to get kicked. So you do not want to get kicked as an arcane mage. If you get kicked, you're going to die. That's just how it goes. Like, if you get, I've gotten kicked at 100% and died from 100-0 in a 3-second kick. You take damage insanely, like, a lot. So I end up, but that was an insane knock. Oh my, So I put the ring down, and then I knocked the shaman over by the ring, and I'm pretty sure he hit the ring. And that allowed him me to get that 1 second of him not getting that cast off. That was not. And then I also had the execute from Touch of Magi. So yeah, that was nice. Very nice. I'm gonna try to hit 2400 on my sub tonight. Now I was doing pretty insane. Now the last two games were pretty questionable. It comes down to this. If your teammates know how to swap, you can win very frequently as sub. The problem is when you don't have somebody who doesn't know, because you're not able to actually kill anything. Like there's very few times that I've ever killed anything by myself. I have almost killed somebody like a wrestler druid out of form with no skin, like with no trinket either. Like that's like the main person you want to go with no trinket. You want to be going these wrestler druids with no trinkets. Now here I try ringing, he actually ends up getting out of it. He ends up deathing it, but then I'm gonna ring and then knock him into it. Nope, he ends up actually not getting knocked anywhere. It was like he was stuck on an invisible barrier. You saw him get knocked, but it was like on the edge of my, whatever. I forgot that you had to face them for it to knock like the 100%, or else it's just not even worth. Yeah, so I'll have to make sure I look at the people before I do that. So I ring of fire here, trying to fake cast. Let's see. He ends up not kicking it, which is probably a good play, because if he kicks arcane, then I can't do anything. Even though ring of fire is insanely strong. So here I end up trying to kick, so I'm gonna kick him here if I can. So I TB. I'm gonna sheep, fake cast it. Sheep kicks me, or he stuns me. He trinket stuns, so we got trinket, and he's pretty much just dead. I'm pretty sure here. I don't think, or maybe he tops him off. Let's see. So I knock him all the way off, and then I'm gonna sheep him, full sheep. Now, do we win the game here? Yeah, we win. So yeah, the guy had no guardian back. He had no he didn't have anything. So that's how. I mean, honestly, it could have been a 6-0 lobby. I'm not gonna lie. If it was a little bit off, it would have been my first 6-0 lobby on my mage. I have yet to get a 6-0 lobby on my rogue or my mage. Or maybe I have one on my rogue at like low rating, like 1800 MMR. But like at high, yeah, nah. I mean, it used to happen a lot back in, season 1 of Dragonflight. I used to get 6-0 all the time, but there's always that one like game or that one round that just feels impossible to win. But here he ends up PIing, I end up kleptoing it before I get silenced. So here I'm gonna use, I'm gonna alter while he's trapped. I'm gonna use my orbs here, big damn. I'm gonna get my burst off, because you really want to get your burst off immediately, because like you're rarely gonna be able to get it off otherwise. So here anytime somebody's in an angel form, try to ring them on top of it. If you can, because they'll drop at an angel form on your ring and just get stuck. They'll get ringed. But it's kind of difficult to do it sometimes, especially when you have to deal with double kicks and stuff. So, if you can get it, whatever. But if not, whatever. But just remember, you have knock, so like even if you miss the ring, that doesn't really mean that you missed the ring technically, because you can always knock them into it. And not many. So here I end up ringing him anyway. So they end up stopping most of my ring attempts. But I get it right here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, full ring. He ends up deathing it, actually, and then I kick the mind games. So, good on him. And then he gets knocked all the way to Kingdom Come. And then Hate Watch Dogs, or, I'm going to title this video something that I know people are going to disagree with. Maybe something just... I started to realize this. The more people that hate you, the better. I was wondering why Crusader, that runs like 15 ads every minute and all that good stuff, he still gets, 100 viewers or whatever. Or he still gets, I mean, I wouldn't say solid viewers. I mean, he has, for 20,000 subs, you'd think he'd have a lot. But I mean, it's like the more people that hate you, the more, viewers you're gonna get. Even though my goal isn't to be hated, however, I think everyone already does hate me. I mean, if you look at it this way, I am banned from every streamer's uh, stream for no reason. There's no reason I should be banned from anybody's stream. The only person that I don't care that I'm banned from, like at all, is Absturge, because like yeah, he's just some like, you know, what's the word here? Um, let's just keep it at that. We all know what I'm thinking, and that's just how we're gonna go with that. So that is just it is what it is. So here I end up getting a Ring of Fire down, and I think we lose this one actually. Yeah, I mean we're guaranteed because we went 5-1. Oh, we know we won. GG's.